Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. We are going to go and start to use Instant Alpha to take away the rest of the rocket. Now there are different parts to this because in this turret we're going to learn how to use the pen tool to create parts that we take away as well. So we're going to split this into a few tiny pieces now. And the first bit we're going to do is just Instant Alpha and just look at this image, because you'll notice that the colors are completely different to the rocket, which makes it a bit easier to Instant Alphaize than the other parts. So we're going to separate these two. We're going to separate them both. We're going to go and copy this image now. We're going to put this into a new page because we want to separate the rocket and the turret. So in here we are just going to leave the turret on its own, and then we can come back and take the turret away. Okay, so let's go and have a look at this. So I'm going to go and use the Instant Alpha. Now what I need to do is describe this to you because I'll have my iPad in my hand, okay, and I'm going to be using my pencil for this. I'm going to pause this. You'll see that it'll be sped up, okay? So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, describe what I'm doing, and then you can go away and do it. But don't forget that when you go to do it, it's going to take you longer than this clip because I'll have paused it and come back, okay? So let's go and tap on the image. Let's go to my Instant Alpha, my image at the top, and here if I use my mouse, maybe you can see it on the screen. So I'm going to go to my image, my Instant Alpha, and make sure that I'm going to go and use Instant Alpha in here. Let's go to Instant Alpha, and you see that the masking is here. Now when you mask something, it doesn't destroy the image, it only sort of hides it. Okay, so don't worry if this comes back again, it's all fine, it will disappear in a minute. If I hit done, I'll go back. Okay, so don't worry about that. So I'm going to go back to Instant Alpha, and what I'm going to do is just zoom in here, and now I'm going to use my pencil, and I'm going to start to take away the huge piece of the color. So I need to be very careful because I can see that the color is leaking into. Now what I'm going to do is just very gently just going to the top of the rocket there. Whoops, oh, that's too far. Just take the pieces like that. This is much simpler. There we go, that's much easier. Right, strangely, I didn't need to pause this at all. Let's go and get that last piece of yellow at the bottom. There we are. Let's see what's left. It seems to have taken away the top of the turret. So let's go and have a look in a second. So I thought I'd taken away the top of the turret. It's all fine. I'm going to go and just redo the Instant Alpha here and go through that. There we are. Now I'm left with this chunk that seems to have sort of taken away the pieces here. I'm going to carry on doing Instant Alpha just for one last piece because I just want to get rid of those pieces in there that seem to be left behind. They seem to be the same color as the edge of the turret, so I'm going to leave that and just hit done. So if I pinch out of this now, I've got some pieces that are in need of being drawn into. So now we've got this. We are going to take the turret out of this one and leave the rocket. So we'll have both of them at the same time. So what you can do now is when you go into your first slide, it's relatively quick and painless once you've got the knack of taking the Instant Alpha color out, because the turrets are pretty much the same color. And so you can do the reverse, and now all I'm left with here is a rocket. So I'm going to go and copy this, make a new slide, paste this, and now I have different pieces out of that page. Okay, so now I have here I have my rocket that I'm able to go and undo the mask. So let's just go and delete this, for example, and go and add a photo or video. So now I can go and take the window out later on, okay? Because now I have the rocket, now I have the turret, which in a second we are going to go and draw into it. We're going to show you that in the next video. And we've also got the image ready for masking, so we can go and cut out this window, which is super fast because the outside of it is white and it'll just be left with a window. Okay, so I'm going to stop that now. What you need to do now is just have a rocket, you need to have a turret, and then you'll need a image back into your first slide ready for the composition. Okay, right, as always, good luck.